welcome to the FA Cup Draw Show, and we're at Wembley Stadium, the home of English football. Appearing here is the ultimate target for every club up and down the land. Just 2 from the hundreds who've tried will end up here. But the journey in this competition is extra special, and the first round proper did not let us down.
Jason Anagan with the opener. What a chance, a brilliant goal.
Picks the ball up, he's on a hat-trick, he gets it!
And the veteran makes it 3-0.
Abdul Malik, brilliant goal.
Oh, what a goal! It's Brown, it's there!
Oh, what a hit that is!
And Kadar! And that may well be the tie.
Yeah, I'm pleased to say joining me to take in the second round draw is Aaron McLean, FA Cup veteran and, of course, a man with many a knowledge of all the clubs up and down the country that will be aspiring to land that dream tie with the elite in round 3. Now, before we gauge Aaron's thoughts, let's turn our attention to some of the names to look out for as we look back at some round 1 action, and we start at Reading, who welcome National League Carlisle. Marcus Butland with the details.
Carlisle manager Mark Hughes won the FA Cup 4 times as a player, but League One Reading hadn't lost in the first round since 1998. Under the guidance of their new manager, Liam Richardson, the Royals gradually took control against their National League opponents, Lewis Wing opening the scoring. And when substitute Marco Mahoney made it 2-0 with a little over 20 minutes to go, the tie looked to be all but over. Not so. Regan Linney, on as a second-half substitute, reduced the arrears in the 93rd minute. And he then made it 2-2, 8 minutes into added time after a well-crafted move. In truth, though, the eventual shot should have been saved by Jack Stevens. 4 minutes into the first period of extra time, Linney completed a remarkable hat-trick, so taking his personal tally for the season to 14 and secure what had appeared to be a most unlikely victory. National League side Gateshead made the 300-mile trip south to Wimbledon, seeking an upset against a team 2 tiers and 57 places above them. And sure enough, Alan Armstrong's men took the lead when Frank Nubel's perfect pass set up Kane Adam after 21 minutes. Gateshead hadn't beaten EFL opponents in the FA Cup for 25 years, but doubled their advantage early in the second half, thanks to Fenton John, who was quickest to react after goalkeeper Nathan Bishop kept Adam's effort out. National League Boreham Wood's giant-killing exploits have been well documented, so Crawley Town of League 2 knew what to expect. Sure enough, a fine move orchestrated by Zach Brunt ended with Matt Rush putting the hosts ahead. And it was 2-0 soon afterwards. Brunt, the man brought down by Dion Conroy. The 23-year-old on loan from Barnet then picked himself up to put clear daylight between the sides. Crawley's task became that much tougher in the dying seconds of the first half when Ryan Loft was sent off for an off-the-ball incident involving Jeff King. And Boreham Wood ensured safe passage with a beautifully executed third goal from Abdul Malik.
Yes, a great wins there for Carlisle, Gateshead and Boreham Wood. Aaron, looking at that, it doesn't seem like the gap is too great at the minute, does it, between the sort of league and the non-league clubs?
Well, season after season, we're seeing examples of the National League and how much it's grown. And I actually looking at the 2 divisions, and I don't think the top of the National League and League 2, I don't think there's a difference at all. I think when you see the quality of player and the quality of manager as well, they can easily go up into the League 2 and compete without a problem.
Let's talk about Boreham Wood in particular. They've recently proven the threat that a non-league club can pose, of course, winning away in the 4th round. Now, this was to Bournemouth back in 2022.
Well, Boreham Wood have shown year upon year that when it gets to the FA Cup, they're more than up for it. Luke Garrard has created an environment where every single game they go into, they feel they can win. And, you know, I think in this season, they ended up playing Everton in the 5th round. They'll be hoping they can put another good cup run like that together again.
Yeah, absolutely. And Carlisle, again, left it late. Now, this is something their boss, Mark Hughes, knows a little bit of a thing or two. He won the FA Cup 4 times as a player. What a finish that was, by the way. and his passion hasn't dimmed. I guess he'll be glued to the draw. He's still got that love for the game, hasn't he?
Well, absolutely. When you've won a cup competition 4 times, you know, he's an absolute legend of the game. And now as a manager, in charge of Carlisle, he'll be hoping that they can go on a good cup run and his players can have a memory like he's had. And in Regan Linney, you know, a hat-trick.
Yeah.
He's very much in the mould of Mark Hughes, but he's such a good player, one of the top goal scorers in the National League, and he's going to be a big player for Carlisle this season.
Great seeing a classic Man United kit there, wasn't it? Rolled back the years, makes you feel very old, that indeed. More non-league names to look out for. A quick reminder of their first round story, and we start with Brackley as they welcome Notts County. Ben Andrews with the details.
Brackley Town sought an upset against League Two high flyers Notts County, a team 35 places above them. The tie started the way of the league club, Alassane Jatta, heading home. Less than 15 minutes later, parity was restored when Matt Lowe nodded in, following a ball by Tyler Little. The start of the second half saw the visitors take the lead once again. A quick breakaway led to Connor Grant being brought down by keeper Johnny Maxted, and Jody Jones did the rest. But just when you thought the tie was going County's way, the host pressure paid off in the 96th minute. Ollie Norburn, judged to have handled the ball inside the box. And the Callum Stewart spot kick sent the tie to extra time. 30 further minutes brought no further goals. The first half hero Jatta turned shootout villain there. And Zach Brown scored the winning pen to send Brackley through, becoming the 4th non-league side to knock out EFL opposition in this first round. National League South side, Weston Supermare's hopes of reaching round 2 for only the second time took a hit when Aldershot opened the scoring at the Optima Stadium. Kian Rye on target following good work from Ryan Hill. However, 6 minutes from time, National League strugglers Aldershot only cleared Luke Coulson's free kick as far as Emlyn Lewis. And then, early in the second period of extra time, the home side secured a notable win courtesy of James Waite, so ending a 22-year wait to reach the second round and equal a club record. Hence the passionate celebrations. The first ever meeting between these two, and it was National League South Slough Town who took control in the space of 5 first-half minutes. Ansu Jane on as an early sub with his first goal for the club. And when Tyrese Dice then set up Victor Makowski for a second, the home side looked well placed. Altrincham of the National League had other ideas and pulled one back midway through the second half. Another substitute, James Gale, with that finish. But a red card for Elliot Osborne following that incident with Makowski did little to boost their search for an equaliser. And once the referee had finally brandished his red card, Slough held on for the win.
Yeah, some great action there. And of course, Brackley, Weston Supermare and Slough never reached the third round. How massive is it for clubs like that at this stage of the tournament?
Oh, it's absolutely huge. You know, once you get through the first round, you can't help but be dreaming about getting through that second round and maybe pulling out a Chelsea or a Liverpool or an Arsenal. You know, you're almost torn between wanting to go and play at those big stadiums or wanting to bring that big club to your home ground so that your home fans can almost be your 12th man. But, you know, now this is where they'll be thinking about what could be.
Yeah, what could be indeed. As for Macclesfield, they put 6 past Totton. Danny Elliott scoring a hat-trick in that 6-3 victory. Now, they were a debutant at this level, don't forget, albeit they are a Phoenix club. I'm assuming, Aaron, that for everyone involved with the club, this is a big landmark moment for them.
Absolutely. As you say, they're a Phoenix club. So season upon season, they're just looking to grow and they're trying to get back to where they was. You know, trying to get back to the Macclesfield that everyone loves and knows. But games like this and cup runs like this will only help to enhance not only the club, but their profile as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, more first-round ties, and we start this round up at Buxton, who last competed in the third round in 1952. They entertained Chatham, who hadn't reached round 2 for 99 years. Ben Andrews reports.
A meeting of clubs from Tier 6 and 7 as Buxton of the National League North hosted Isthmian League Premier Division side Cheltenham Town, who went in front, courtesy of Tope Fadahunzi, and it proved a wake-up call for Buxton. Tate Campbell made it 1-1 with a little bit of help from opposition keeper Henry Molyneux. That meant extra time, at which point skipper Connor Kirby came to the fore, and how for Buxton, with a wonder strike to book their place in the second round draw. A National League affair between Wealdstone and Southend United kicked off at Grosvenor Vale on Saturday, with the away side seeing red after just 17 minutes. Ben Goodliff caught in possession. It didn't take long for Wealdstone to make the extra man count either. Intricate play down the right, followed by a Dom Hutchinson cross, and a tap in for Olu Olamola, sealing the deal for Wealdstone. Sixth tier Telford were competing in the first round of the Cup for the first time since 2017, up against National League side Sutton, who scraped through qualifying against Farnham, and the host took the lead 6 minutes before the break. David Ogbonna with a nice flick before he turned provider 9 minutes into the second half for Ashley Nadasan. Despite Ricardo Dinanga heading a goal back for Telford, Sutton saw it through to progress to round 2, besting their FA Cup campaign from last season.
So Sutton are safely through, but not since 1973 have Wealdstone been in round 3. Aaron, surely, as they're a club on the rise, a nice home draw is what they'll be hoping for. Absolutely.
And Sam Cox has done a fantastic job since he's gone in. You know, last season they nearly went out of the National League. Since Sam's come in, the way that they're playing is totally transformed. And now he'll definitely be hoping that they can go on a good cup run.
Let's talk about Chelmsford as well, because they've seen some investment. And, of course, they made a mockery, didn't they, of their status by thrashing Braintree Town 4-1. There's a bit of history between these two clubs, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. Well, first of all, it's a local derby, so both teams would have wanted to knock their local rivals out. But Angelo Harrop, who's the Chelmsford manager, actually was the manager of Braintree at the beginning of last season, took them into the National League, and then sadly lost his job. Now in charge at Chelmsford, you know, he will be over the moon that he's been able to knock his former employers out.
Let's talk about it as a whole, because it's amazing. Obviously, we covered that last season, didn't we, the FA Cup, and teams like Plymouth, who did amazingly well, beating the likes of Liverpool, Brentford, they're out already, losing to Wycombe. So it just goes to show how tough it is to call a lot of the results at this stage of the competition. Absolutely.
You know, you have a good cup run one year, doesn't guarantee that you're going to do it the next season. And, you know, the game that we've got tonight, Tamworth and Leyton Orient, both teams had good cup runs last season. They'll both be hoping that they can progress, but there's no guarantees in this game.
Go on, you are a fountain of knowledge when it comes to this level, all levels, I will say. What are you hoping to see in this draw then? Go on.
I'm really hoping that the lowest ranked teams are able to get decent draws at home and be able to progress. You know, there's nothing better than seeing clubs that, when you know that the finances generated from the FA Cup is going to make such a difference to the future of the running of those clubs. You know, that's the beauty of the FA Cup.
We've seen some incredible performances already. Are there any clubs that you think you'd be looking at this now and saying we want to avoid them at this stage?
Well, I think you've got to look at the likes of Stockport and Bolton. You know, they're the highest ranked teams, flying in League One. I don't think anybody wants to go and play them on their own patch. So if they do end up drawing them, they'll be hoping that it's at home.
And talk to me, go on, give us your former players' insight now. Give us that. Let's tap into the dressing room. Second round draw. You know that you're one game away from potentially going to the likes of Old Trafford or Anfield. Like, how big is this moment in so many players' careers?
Oh, it's huge. It's absolutely huge. Earlier in my career, you know, I was fortunate enough to, in the third round, draw Everton and playing against one of my heroes in Paul Gascoigne.
Wow.
You know, that is a memory that will live with me forever. A lot of these players will be hoping that they get that opportunity. So, you know, it's a big moment for them.
Wow, I love the fact you just name-dropped Gazza there. I cannot compete with that at all. Great moments, but it is time. The talking is over. Fate will now take charge. Very excited to say. Let's head to the FA Cup second round draw, and it is your host, Becky Ives, doing this one.
Welcome along to the draw for the FA Cup second round. We are live from the Lamb Ground alongside the Tamworth fans. Honestly, they're excited to find out who they might be facing in the next round if they can cause an upset tonight against Leyton Orient. Are we confident? Always, absolutely. Now alongside me to draw the balls tonight, Jolyon Lescott. Good evening to you. FA Cup winner in 2011 with Manchester City. Nice to be reunited.
It is a special trophy for me. Something I take great pride in playing in, first of all, but then to win it was a special.
Absolutely. We've also got Steve Sidwell. Good evening to you. 7 clubs, 16 years, and this is the closest you've got to the FA Cup, Steve.
Boy, thanks. Harsh that, thanks. Listen, life is complete now. I'm going to do the FA Cup draw. I'm happy.
We can never take that away from you, can we? But it's good to have you. Right, OK, there's 40 balls to go into the pot. So 20 first-round ties come out of it. So should we get going? Jolyon, would you like to please make sure that bag is empty and get the balls in the hat? OK. Is the bag empty, Jolyon?
Yes.
OK, good. Double checked. Jolyon, you will be pulling the home ties, and Steve, you will be doing the away ties. So, are we ready? Yes! Jolyon, if you'd like to start us off.
25.
Number 25, that is Slough Town. They are the lowest ranked side in this competition. They've got a home tie against...
Number 36.
Number 36, that is Macclesfield FC.
28.
Number 28, that is Grimsby Town. They reached the quarterfinals in 2023.
Number 26.
They have got a home tie against Weston of the National League.
Number 19.
Number 19, Sutton United. Just a second win of the season versus AFC Salford on Saturday for them.
Number 37.
They will be at home against Shrewsbury Town. They reached the 3rd round in 7 of the last 8 seasons.
Number 27.
Number 27, that is Swindon Town, currently 2nd in League 2. They will be at home against...
Number 20.
Number 20, that is Bolton Wanderers.
Number 21.
OK, it is a home tie for Chelmsford City in the National League South.
Yes,
They will be playing...
This is for Chris Stark and Pete Crouch of the podcast. Number 1.
They will be playing Weston Supermare of the National League South.
Number 13.
OK, number 13, Peterborough United. They beat Cardiff 1-0 on Saturday. Luke Williams' first game in charge. They've got home time. They'll be playing...
Number 10.
Number 10, that is Barnsley of League 1.
Number 18.
Number 18, Boreham Wood. They beat League 2 Crawley on Saturday to reach this draw.
Number 8.
They will be playing Newport County, reached the 4th round in 2023-24 season.
Number 5.
Number 5, MK Dons, 4th in League 2. They have a home tie. They will be playing.
Number 14.
Number 14, that is Oldham Athletic.
Number 7.
Number 7, Wigan Athletic. Scrape past Hemel Hempstead on penalties in round 1.
Number 22.
Number 22, that is Barrow. They sit in League 2.
Number 38.
It is a home tie for Fleetwood Town. They reached the 5th round in 2023. And they will be facing...
Number 3.
Number 3, that is Luton Town. Jack Wilshere, 2-times winner with Arsenal of the FA Cup.
Number 2.
Salford City will be at home. They beat Lincoln City on penalties on Saturday.
Number 60.
You can probably tell from the reaction in the room, it is Tamworth or Leyton Orient.
Number 4.
OK, number 4, Accrington Stanley reached the 3rd round last season. They lost 4-0 to Liverpool.
Number 35.
Number 35, they will be taking on Mansfield Town. Reached the 3rd round last season. They lost to Wigan.
Number 6.
6, Stockport County. Deb Challoner's side are currently top of League 1. They have a home tie.
Number 33.
And they will be facing Cambridge United of League 2.
Number 31.
Number 31, that is Brackley Town of the National League. They beat League 2 Notts County on penalties on Saturday.
Number 30.
They will be playing Burton Albion.
Number 32.
Okay, number 32, that is Blackpool. First time they progressed to round one since 2018. They've got a home tie.
Number 11.
They will be playing Carlisle United, who are currently third in the National League.
Number 34.
Number 34, that is Gatesheads. They won 2-0 at League One AFC Wimbledon on Saturday.
40.
They have a home tie against... What number was that?
40.
4-0, that would be Walsall, currently top of League Two.
Number 24.
Number 24, Exeter City. They will be at home and they will be facing.
Number 23.
Number 23 is Wycombe Wanderers, semi-finalists in 2001. They reached round 4 last season.
Number 9.
Number 9, Cheltenham Town. They beat League One, Bradford City, 1-0 at home on Saturday.
Number 29.
They have a home tie against Buxton of the National League North.
Number 17.
Number 17, that is Chesterfield. Paul Cook's Chesterfield reached the third round in 3 of the last 4 seasons.
Number 15.
They have a home tie and they will be facing Doncaster Rovers of League One.
Number
Here
39.
we go, 2 to go. Number 39, that is Port Vale. They beat Malden and Tiptree 5-1 on Sunday, despite falling behind.
Number 12.
And luckily, left, they will face Bristol Rovers. They ended a run of 3 defeats with a win at Bromley on Saturday. Now, thank you both very much. That concludes the first round draw. Ties will be played across the first weekend of December, starting on Friday the 5th.
A reminder of some of these great fixtures. Cracking draw, wasn't it? Slough Town against Macclesfield. Wealdstone travelled to Grimsby Town. Sutton United play Shrewsbury Town. Swindon Town against Bolton Wanderers, 2 former Premier League teams, of course, there. Chelmsford City versus Weston Supermare. Peterborough United play Barnsley. Newport County will travel to Boreham Wood. MK Dons at home to Oldham Athletic. Barrow travel to Wigan. And Fleetwood play Jack Wilshere's Luton Town. As for Salford, they will play the winners of Tamworth or Leighton Orient. The only tie left to be played, of course. Mansfield Town go to Accrington Stanley. Stockport County play Cambridge United. Brackley Town play Burton Albion. Carlisle travel to Blackpool. Gateshead at home to Walsall. Exeter City will play Wycombe Wanderers. Cheltenham Town at home to Buxton. Doncaster Rovers travel to Chesterfield. And finally, last but by certainly no means least, Port Vale versus Bristol Rovers. There we go, and breathe. A lot of fixtures at this stage, lots to take in. What was your standout, Aaron? Because you look very excited watching that. It was a pleasure to be alongside you with that.
Yeah, do you know what? A few of the non-league teams joined against each other. You know, Slough against Macclesfield. I think that's a massive game. Both teams, with obviously one of them is going to go through and get to the 3rd round. So they're the kinds of ties that I really look forward to.
Will Slough Town, how will they assess that draw, do you think? Pleased? Will they want a different draw? What are your thoughts on that one?
I think they'll be absolutely over the moon. First of all, Macclesfield have got to travel all the way from up north and travel down south, play them on their home pitch. And as I said, it's an opportunity against a team that's of similar level to be able to go on and beat them, if they can, and get to the 3rd round.
Boreham Wood, they've got a home tie against Newport. I'm presuming they'll be pretty pleased with the fact that it's a home tie.
Absolutely. I think any of these teams, if they can get a home tie, they'll be happy. You know, there was 26 wins at home out of the 39 so far games that we've had. So it just shows that home advantage really can count for a lot.
Yeah. Let's pick the bones out of a few. Sutton United against Shrewsbury Town again. I think Sutton, again, what you're saying, another home draw, which is so key at this stage when you're just one game away from the big boys, so to speak, entering.
Yeah. You know, listen, they're playing against a team from the Football League, so they know that it's going to be difficult. There will be a slight difference in terms of the quality levels, but Shrewsbury having a really tough time this year. Sutton will want to, you know, exploit that, and they'll be hoping that they can cause an upset.
One of the things I wanted to talk to you about as well, 2 National League South teams drawing each other. Chelmsford City against Weston Supermare. So it's a fascinating tie, that, because there will be a National League South team going into round 3, which is just amazing, isn't it, for fans of that league and players that we follow at that level to be playing against potentially Premier League opposition. Absolutely.
You know, that's, I think, the draw that both of the teams would have wanted. Not necessarily each other, but somebody of a similar level that they'll know and they'll be able to do their homework on easily. But I think it's advantage Chelmsford. Listening to Angelo Harrott before after the win, He wanted a home tie. He didn't care who he got. He just wanted a home tie. Well, he's got his wish.
Is that what you give us an insight into that then? When you were at this level playing this in the second round draw, was it just simply you just want a home tie getting into round 3? Was that literally all that you cared about because you're so close to that round?
Depending on where I was playing. You know, when I was playing at the highest level, I wanted to play against lower league teams because I felt that, you know, they're the games that I'm going to be able to go and score goals in. But when you're lower down, you want the easiest game, you know, so to speak, that you can get so that you can get to that third round. So those teams playing against each other, the non-league teams, they'll be delighted. Any shocks, you think, potentially, that we could see from that? Obviously, there's a lot to dissect from that. Any potential upsets that you can see happening? I probably shouldn't say, but I think Boreham Wood. I think Boreham Wood up against Newport County at Boreham Wood. The way that they're playing this year, under the stewardship of Luke Goward, I fancy them to go on a really good cup run. The fact that they're at home, I think, is just a bonus. And of course, a couple of big teams drawing each other. Swindon against Bolton was one. MK Dons v Oldham Athletic, a couple of tasty ties there. Yeah, I think MK Dons will be hoping to have a good cup run. They've recruited really well this year, spent a lot of money, but they've not just recruited to get out of League Two, they've recruited to go and get out of League One as well. And whilst doing that, cup runs are imperative to make sure that you're generating the finances to be able to build your squads. Yeah, it's great. Thoroughly looking forward to it, aren't you? I know you are. I can't wait. I can't wait. Of course, those ties will be played over the weekend of the 6th and the 7th of December. It's sure to be an absolute cracker. It always is in this great competition. Be sure to join us for the third round draw from Aaron and myself. Bye-bye for now.